Hello everybody, today we're doing MSQ, for the main story quest. We'll also be doing the Alliance raid and everything else. Not much else besides that is going to happen today. So it may or may not be a short stream today. We'll also go try to finish my relic, because as you can see I got 90 out of 100. I trust you were able to get plenty of rest. Good. I thought we might take a moment to ponder our next steps and perhaps reflect on our recent journey. I must admit, my thoughts often drift to the Mist Continent and our stay in Torino. It was heartening to see the Malala prosper despite the odds, and my own flesh and blood strive in that Levin-Rack landscape. Zine was eager to restore diplomatic relations, and I have no doubt Alexandria will provide much needed support for their neighbor. I too shall do everything I can to aid my home away from home, my wonderful, welcoming family included. For the time being, though, I say we've accomplished all within our power. I suppose that leaves the matter of preservation research. It is yet unclear how Calyx learned the techniques he used to summon his dark primal. And there is likewise much that remains unknown about the key. Let us hope that Cell's efforts bear more fruit. Sale and I have been reviewing the decryption files and have uncovered some intriguing details. Would you care to join us? We'll be with you right away. Excellent. Sale seems rather eager to speak with you all. Come find us in the Industrial Lab when you're ready. God, I hate when my computer does commercials sometimes. Oh wait, orb. But yeah, we're at the end of Dawn Trail. We got to see some of Evercold. I am excited for Evercold. I'm also excited to see what we get in 7.4. The other half of this patch. I also want to reiterate that, what was the word I'm looking for? Oh, right. I want to reiterate that I will be playing it. The reason Final Fantasy hasn't been on my channel for a while was because I did kind of get burnt out and I wanted to take a break from it. I won't say it's going to be making a major comeback to my channel. Not until like after the patch, till the next real major patch, where we get Beastmaster, which is in September, so yeah. What do you guys say? Given that all the data is stored within electrode devices, Cell expertise has proven invaluable. Okay, yeah.
You're just in time for a progress report.
Alright, I will mute and let it take over from here.
The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents. A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor. I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala. And just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required. A process which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success. And even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected. The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key. Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, they conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
So, their tribulations ultimately afforded them control of the key, albeit in a limited capacity, which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Zoralja in its use, thus enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
For all we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
What do you think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
Give me a moment.
my word.
Ishtola?
This is the first time I've beheld the key in all its unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Now that you mention it, the ornamentation is reminiscent of Amarot.
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azem. A plausible theory, although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
My apologies. Hello? Yes, this is Cryle speaking. That was Ojika with a message for us.
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex. Though disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Sharlayan, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the salt.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
Oh, Shale. I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done. We will be forever indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us, for Alexandria. In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
You are most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further. With the utmost care, I assure you.
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
Okay, I still believe that we need to we're going to, after seeing Evercold, I believe we're going to pull a Loki. Have you seen Marvel's Loki, how he basically created Yazoo still? I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to somehow use our key to connect the shards. Um, did it? Oh, it took the color out of my stuff. Did it? So there we go. I did want to do Reaper. I just didn't know if I had. Welcome back. What a pleasure it is to see you both. Thank you for contacting us. Of course, I felt it prudent to given how troubled Tartaru was. Your concerns is much appreciated. We reached a convenient juncture in our investigation. Cell and Yastola have matters well in hand, leaving us free to make this trip. That's a relief to hear. Now, let me fetch Tartaru for you. Why don't you take a moment to relax in the main hall? I'm sure you all still fatigued from your journey. What do you guys say to Gra? Given how frequently Tataru is away on business these days, it's a small miracle we're in the same place at the same time. Yep, that's the problem. Only now is it beginning to feel like we've actually returned. Such fond memories within these four walls. Yes, fond memories.
Planning your next journey?
Oh no, just reminiscing. Thinking back to when you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I had to take care of some important business.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Turali adventures. It was only once they departed for Garlemord that the rumors came to my attention. Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star. I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with. But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea. It's as if a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures. For a blessing, most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
A deeper connection to the void. Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
It is. Alphino and Alize were there when the trouble began, and have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Tural. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn Servant, Galul Jajar. Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship. A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolal.
And for Garleans as well. Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding. It's up to all of us to forge new bonds, together.
Thank you for sharing your tale. Better they hear it firsthand than endure my clumsy retelling. Your words give me hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
We all have the capacity to affect change. Our time in Tural taught us that much. And now that we've returned, it's time we rolled up our sleeves and got back to work.
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolal.
Thank you. But are you sure you've recovered from your journey? It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
Sir!
Lapis Manalis is overrun with void scent. We've sustained heavy civilian casualties.
What?
Clutium Squadron reporting in. We're under attack. Void scent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection. Damn it. Is that another fissure? Oh, no, no, no! Ah!
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
There's no time to lose! Come on!
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilzabard contingent, they face daunting odds.
We shall leave for Garlemald immediately.
Thank you. I was able to contact Thancred and Urianger too. They're already on their way. With any luck, you'll be able to rendezvous with them on arrival.
It's always something, isn't it? I don't believe we've seen Thancred and Urianger since our battle with the Endless Fiend, have we? They too must have returned here at some point. Clearly we made the right decision to come to Sarlian, though I dearly wish the circumstances of our return weren't so grave. If they weren't grave, we would probably not have came as soon as we needed to be. I've been told Alphino and Alice have withdrawn to Torium to request aid on the front lines. They seem intent on rejoining the battle once reinforcements are ready, but I shall tell them to wait till you arrive. See you later, Tartaru. Hey, Urianger, Thancred. Well met, my friend. Now let us hearken unto Alphino's words. Thancred. It's been far too long. Thank you for coming on such notice. I'm glad you're here. Ah, Naruto. You made it in time.
You picked a frosty spot for a reunion.
Tataru sent word that you were coming. Full glad am I to see you all. Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with void scent. As far as we can ascertain, there are two focal points of their assault. The Ilzabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
As well they should. The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures they encounter.
Which leaves the second focal point, the Clutium. Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting to mount a counterattack, but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of void scent. They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Of course, Kryl. Thank you. The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
But yeah, we're looking forward to seeing everything and anything to deal with Evercold. I'm glad I'm getting to see this gun. normally I run the dungeon with NPCs on the first time, but today I'm feeling a little bit lackadaisical. So we're just going to run it with normal people. Let's see if I remember how to play Reaper.
You're a sight for sore eyes. Appreciate the help. We'll handle things from here. Take care of the Fisher.
looking at, like, because it's following, it looks like it's following me, but it's... Not talking so much, it's just super hot now. Feels like it feels like I'm in a sauna right now. And I just, I feel like spiders. Well, me to say goodnight, Senior Badass. Time to get sucked. Oh, what Futurama movie this soon? It went full on Futurama right there. That was a quick little dungeon right there. So I still got it for my Reaper. Now for me to go back on mute.
I think that's all of them.
We need but seal the fissure to prevent further ingress.
It's over. I can only imagine the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding its fate? You want to go back? To the Void? Your kind have entered this realm before. Some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But you would choose that dark, deathless place?
The wind is fresh and pure, untouched by darkness. Perhaps it won't be a blessing to meet my end in such a place. But I cannot yet bear to part with the Void. If only the winds would blow there, as they do here. I long to return, to see my home unsullied, as it once was.
We know that pain all too well. If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the Void and devote yourself to its restoration. I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home. She and her companions strive to bring light into the void from another world blighted with imbalance. I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the darkness from the void, I'm sure of it.
This form is imbued with the will of all those I consumed. We shall return to our world and seek out this zero. Then we shall see if there is truth in your words.
She won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
Bravo! I think Zero will approve.
Oh, Indeed, that was truly heartening to see.
Understanding begets fellowship, right? I thought I might lead by example.
Well then, shall we head back?
Reports have begun trickling in. By all accounts, Istabar contingent was successful in containing the threat on their front. For Vortzing to attack in such numbers, just as we were finding our feet, I dare imagine the consequences had you not provide such timely aid. On behalf of my comrades, thank you. Thank you all. Yay, we can do the trust now. A great presentment.
The Ilzabard contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear to be under control, for the time being. Though it remains unclear why the fissures opened up in the first place. According to Tataru, similar ruptures are occurring across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald. Though it hath since been sealed, you will recall there is a great void gate that we ourselves had cause to open. A gate which was instrumental in our bid to reunite Vritra with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Oh gods. The moon.
With our attention fixed upon planar fissures, I failed to consider this vulnerability. All other paths unto the void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift. And that rift might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry. Let us make for Bestway's burrow. I dare say the Loporrits are well aware of current events.
We ought to have Kryl join us once she finishes tending to the wounded. I shall likewise contact Y'shtola. Her knowledge of the Moon's Void Gate is second to none.
A number of my fellow Garleans now call Mare Lamentorum home. Alphino, Alize, please see they come to no harm.
We'll be back before you know it.
A quick word, if you will. I'm not sure whether you'll run into Zero during the course of all this, but if you do, would you give this to her? Emergency rations, in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the Void. She likes dumplings.
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loporrits too are beset with void scent.
Oh, what sweet relief it is to see you all! Yes, void scent, and lots of them. They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater.
I had dearly hoped to find my worries unfounded.
For some unknown reason, the Void Gate seems to have partially opened. Living Ray dashed off to activate the brands and halt the Fiend's invasion. But she hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
I suggest we make for the brands without delay.
I like how we all forgot about the giant portal on the moon. You know, our also escape route if anything goes south and the Warrior of Light, aka me, can't handle it. We all need to evacuate to the moon. My valiant savior, I was so frightened I dare not move an M. Oh, you're looking for Living Way? I think I saw her heading west, towards the Downing brand. She has several slaughter bots in tow, but I worry they won't be enough for all the voids. You better hurry. anyway.
Oh, I'm saved! I dread to think what would have befallen me if you hadn't intervened. Oh, I was never in any real danger, of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue. Etheris is likewise plagued with void scent. If only we'd prioritized further development of the void scent slaughter bots, we could have stemmed the tide ourselves. Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been. Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally and the greatest lubberette to ever live. I can practically taste the praise. Fortunately, I was able to activate the brands. Should any more void scent emerge from the gate, they ought to be confined to the crater. Unless, of course, the void gate begins to expand of its own accord, or some gargantuan monstrosity tries to barge through, I don't foresee any major problems. Oh, nope. We're doomed.
There you are.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard. And ere you ask, I made sure to bring the key with me.
Then the real threat yet awaits us.
'Tis Golbez's domain beyond the Void Gate. I wonder how he and Zero are faring. By the 12.
Why do I feel like we just had like a Bleach moment where it's like a hollow just... They're heading your way. They're heading your way.
Let them go.
Alright, Ethos. refers to the guiding beliefs, character, or underlying spirit of a specific person, culture, or organization. It represents the fundamental values that define a group's identity or individual character. So when he says gift of ether, a guiding belief,
What are you doing here?
no time for that now. No time for that now. Visit was long ago. Visit was long ago.
Only you could be so carefree amidst all this. May as well make yourself useful. The gate's sheer size appears to have made it a tempting target.
Enuo, a dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean. They kept to the confines of their domain while Zeromus endured. No longer, it would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
Leave the void scent nearby to us. You take care of Enuo.
Wait, we're not going to have like a small little fight scene and then talk and then go into
Facing this many foes calls for a more familiar approach.
class change.
Voidsent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield. Besides, what better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
Yo, Tentacle Boy.
Who dares face me? A mere mortal.
There's a person who was once mortal
Hast
himself.
thou come in search of power? Renown? I fight to end this world without end. All who stand before me shall fall.
get home. Yes, I know, I need to fix that. But another cool thing about ethos, when used in rhetoric and persuasion, ethos is applied to ethics. When trying to persuade an audience, an author, speaker, or our warrior of light, to use ethos to build credibility, trust, and prove their moral character or expertise. I feel that brings more questions than answers. We might be doing a couple raids here. We might be doing a couple of the heavyweight, so I can get my character up to snuff. Get them. Body, pants, and greaves. I should be okay. But yeah, so I'm very much interested in all that's going on. while since I've done any of this. Nope, that's locked. I'm paying $5 million, so that's clear. $5 million, damn. Just to get it clear? That's ridiculous kind of money right there. But yeah. But what we do with that... Normally, you know I don't like jumping between, like, two different things. Well, in this one case, while we're waiting for this to pop. If I must, I will dive into my coffers and buy some armor to get us up to at least 555. Welcome back, Naruto. You'll be happy to know the guard remains on high alert in the event any echoes appear in Yoctala. As of now, there's been no reported sightings. We did, however, recently receive a massive from Kenwa. He finished conducting his test with priests and members, an audience, but Luke Jaja has already left to meet with him. I can only assume you wish to be present to hear the results, so I would suggest you make for the outskirts of the woods. Thank you all for coming. So, what have you learned? After a thorough examination of Priest and Axel, we discovered that... Alright, I need to take this one. Spit it out already! You made your point that we're not really living. How long and how bad can it be? Yes, as you say, you're indeed artificial life forms, and we'll come back to this cutscene later.
Will you cry out in pleasure or pain?
Feast your eyes on the lovely and lethal Ff14MSQ! Will the challenger fall prey to the cruel mistress?
This is my show. I will hear you scream.
A wicked weapon. Ff14MSQ poised to execute a fatality.
Become a stain on it.
The challenger has nowhere left to run! Oh, not fast enough, I'm afraid. Oh, that doesn't hurt. Hang in there.
This is just the beginning. My faithful minions, give me your ether!
It's begun! She's draining the audience of their ether.
All of you will feed me.
Ff14MSQ unleashed the ether! The challenger's in her realm now. They've been felled with a vengeance! They're up! What fighting spirit!
You are a stubborn one, but it is not too late to beg for mercy.
The spectacle of slaughter resumes! How will the challenger adapt? It's a veritable rain of death! Onward down! Can they recover from this? And they're back in action! Can they turn the tide?
never know. More. I need more ether.
She's draining the crowd's ether again! I hope our dear spectators are feeling alright.
Lies blood.
She's unleashed even more ether! How will this end?
On your knees, damn you!
Looks like someone isn't holding back. It's all over. Until next time.
Seems I still remember that fight. Okay, so first we need to go to Solution 9. Yes, I'm being lazy and teleporting. Don't judge me. Now we just wait. Once again, another thing from Final Fantasy This might take a minute. got 2 out of 4. As soon as I go to do something else, it's gonna pop. It always does. This is a Final Fantasy 14 thing. You go to do something else even for a second, immediately. when I go to my free company, it's like, hey, we're gonna pop now. We are making. With the blind night play, I summoned the strongest team of the man. Complete randoms.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the silken dark. The Void's power is mine to wield. Perish. Be still. Accept your downfall. Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? The void consumes. Naught will endure. Neither past nor future. Only one remains.
I breathe the darkness. Let the light guide you.
You must break free.
underlings are no more. Now to deal with Enowell.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
Light, protect us!
I will not yield my domain! Such is the power of the Void. Shall never cease to be. My power is absolute. The Void's power is mine to wield. All bound cease to be. Behold the truth of this world. Accept your downfall. The yawning rift not tempt you? Be still.
LB, more LB.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still. Did all boundaries cease to be?
must be sealed away.
Thank God, that's right. It's over. Endless rain is ending. Thank the heavens for his mercies. And we're returned. Back to the Red Sea.
I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone.
Don't worry about it. And there we go.
I presume you journeyed here to prevent more void scent from passing through the gate.
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Have y'all noticed any anomalies in the void of late?
Nothing comes to mind. Why'd you ask?
Basically, void gates are opening across all of the source like there's no tomorrow.
So the breach wasn't limited to the void gate. For better or worse, precious little has changed in the 13th since Zeromus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened.
Well, I'm all ears.
Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force. Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
'Tis a possibility.
That's not good.
What of Razat Han and Garlemald?
Luckily, we got that under control. Razat Han, we don't know too much.
Eulus took mercy upon the interloper.
Ow.
Whether Void Scent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Eulus as much. Wait, how exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state.
I am no longer mortal. I have transcended into ancient. Y'all can't see it? They can't see the glowing like sun gate?
And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
Don't worry, we'll go and figure this out by the time we have to go to the 4th reflection. We'll figure this out. We'll come visit you. We'll bring we'll bring more actual food. Now seems an opportune time to give Zero the parcel Julie is willing to give wanted us to deliver. That smell. Food, is it? I recall Julius speaking of the dumplings his mother used to make. Thank you for the parcel. And for memories. There's more than enough to say regardless. Now that he forgoes the aether of others, I'm sure he'll appreciate the substance. I sometimes wonder what the void would be like if culinary traditions flourished here once more. Whether it would suffice to break the cycle of mutual consumption. Hardly thought, if nothing else. Until our battle earlier, I haven't called upon darkness in some time. In truth, I find light more situation favorable. Ever since you left, we've been roaming the void in search of individuals who will join our cause. Although we've returned to the Red Moon after sensing Inyo's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to seek me out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us? With Enyo defeated, the source should be in no immediate danger. Waits until the Ashians start to show their face again. Good. We'll wait for you by the crater. Alright. This way. I use it to travel to the surface in days of the past, though I seldom had need once my journeys were in place. Ilgrim herself crafted the device that I might lay low the servant of light. Ironic that we now use it seeking to restore light to the void. Ah, forgive my idle reminiscence to this time we made our descent. Let's go! Down to the earth we go. Though it's not always so. Many who live here now have chosen to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, if our numbers continue to grow, we may require more territory. Thankfully, we were able to harness the residue aether from Barbaricia's domain. Those reserves will enable me to expand mine as the need arises. Right, we have best prepared for our potential guests. Join me in my abode when you're ready. He'll stay here because he doesn't want other people freaking out. Partake of aether, i.e. manufacture a Lone Star. Oh, wrong way. I imagine you remember these, the transmitters we used to receive light from the first. If memory serves, they work by channeling excess ether left in the wake of the flood into the Crystal Tower. Using the tower's cross rift travel capabilities, light is then conveyed into the 13th and into these devices. I have a mind to use them now, but they need to be set in an elevated location. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. There we go. Let's go. Dang it. Went in a giant circle for no reason. Wait, I can... But yeah, we are having fun doing this. No, that's the wrong thing.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends. They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
Hi.
Immortal no less. I did not expect to see you here.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Very well. This latest ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
It would seem Julius' intervention has helped forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I gather you'll head home sooner rather than later. You will not be able to... Thus, then, let us return to the Red Moon. I'm sure you will be good to me a proper farewell. No, I will not.
Would you deliver a message to Eulus for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
Well, we still gotta figure out how we can use his before we can figure out
How
to use
much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us.
Don't worry, we're working on it. We just gotta wait
Safe
until next year.
travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears she's not in Mare Lamentorum.
Wait. Is that...
Was there ever any doubt that I would be alive? Also, Zero says, hi.
Gods, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
Seems everything is good here. So...
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
And who might you be? Not her void scent, I'd wager.
Greetings. I am Helmerut of the Asians. We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms? I wish only to talk.
Yeah, the last person said that. Shot Graha put enough light energy in me to basically make me go almost full monster. So, yeah.
Thank you for affording me a chance.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. That you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Yes, that is correct.
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
We all die, boy. Get used to it.
If you wish to speak, Helmerut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients. As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia. And in the wake of her passing,
nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more. Yes, it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards. Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth. Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark. The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost, yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased. I cherish man's journey. Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Sacrifice a few to save as many as
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
Even if everything you claim is true, what you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable.
He's not
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one.
Okay, here's the thing. She's saying in a way, basically, here's a challenge to you.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit.
See, she said it in a way that deems it as a challenge.
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Wait!
Is my best friend coming back? Is my best friend still alive out there? My best friend! He's still alive! Can't be speaking the truth. Can't see? No, she's speaking truth. You'll have to forgive me. I'm still coming to terms with it all. To think that individual or worse exist on other sides. Well, think about it. Like, they're not bad in a way when you think about it. It's basically the survival of, you could think of it as either survival of the fittest or sacrifice the few to save as many as possible. If this was a real situation and Earth was, actually, we've seen this happen before. It was in Marvel's comics, The Incursions. Like, there was multiple ways that they saved themselves from it and from rejoining or clashing into other things. I highly recommend that series because the Incursion series was absolute cinema. But back on topic. The thing that I find the most strange is that with all the Norse theme we saw in Evercold's trailer and all the references to Norse mythology, I think they're going to pull a Loki. What do I mean? If you have, spoiler alert for Loki season, for I think the final season of Loki, which is season 2, at the end, Loki becomes the god of stories. Basically, he takes the roots of Yagistil or the multiple timelines / multiple paths and basically turns them into the world tree, holding it all together himself. Now, we're going to translate that to Final Fantasy XIV real quick. We've seen that Asm's crystal plus ethos equals path between reflections. What if we somehow use Asm's crystal and Asm's ethos to basically form our own world tree in a way that fools the source into thinking it's fully rejoined, but each of the reflections are their own thing. Still. But you get what I'm saying. Basically, it would be like the 9 realms. And it almost fits too perfectly when you think about it. When you really think about it. If you look at it from a Norse mythology point of view, it fits so perfectly, it's ridiculous. Because you have the first, which is the light realm, which could be considered the light elves area. Then you have the void, which could be considered the dark elves area. And then you have the source, which could be considered either Midgard or Asgard if you really want to get into technical. But I'm going to say Midgard in this case. I'm going to say Midgard. And then in Evercold, we're going to a place full of ice and snow. So that could be Jotunheim or the land of the frost giants. And oh my god, it actually makes sense now. Those giant creatures you see in Evercold aren't gods, but basically their version of frost giants. Oh my god. We are building the world tree. Oh my god. If we do not face Jormungandr in Evercold, I am going to be legitly upset. The Ascians once labored to resurrect Zodiac and bring back those who waited their lives to summon him. For the sake of those who now live, we fought tirelessly to oppose them. If Hammerod doth truly seeks a rejoining to revolt this solstice, to ensure some survive when otherwise all would perish, then our interests are not so desperate. Despairing? Trust the Ascians to be plotting something utterly reprehensible. Though I am tempted to dismiss a preemptive rejoining as an utterly absurd solution, her words are not to be taken lightly. So we're all in the thing of, yeah, we need to look at this from all angles before we do something stupid. There you are. One moment, you were standing before me, and next you vanished into thin air. Thanks to you all, the void sins have been eradicated, the gates lie sealed once more. There's been nary a peep from the crater, though I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Is something wrong? The world's coming to an end. Again. The star seeks to become whole? But that's preposterous. As far as I'm aware, Heidelin made no mention of a natural rejoining. I ought to consult the records to be certain, but not before thanking you for dispatching the Voidson so handily. You well and truly saved the day. I truly hope that Heidelin did know, but now here's my thing, and here's what I'm saying. Heidelin did know about the natural rejoining. So there's no way she couldn't have known. She was the one holding it at bay. She would have naturally felt that the world was trying to pull itself back together. So, she would have known. But here's my question. Did she leave any information for us? I mean, she had to have left some kind of information for us, or something to tell us, like, yeah, this is going to happen. But she left nothing. And literally, when the last time we talked to her, it's just like she basically just told us, like, as the goddess Hydaelyn, I represent stasis and all that other stuff, matter and stuff like that. But she never mentions the solstice. And I don't feel she alluded to it either, so I'm wondering, like, maybe she made an archive or something. And by we, I mean our fellow Scions. For a change of pace, why don't we convene at the Rising Stones? I'm sure Tataru and the others would be happy to meet us there. Fine idea. In many ways, our return is long overdue. No doubt we could all use some respite after Galmon, and I trust there are no objections. To settle then, to the Rising Stones. Like I said, we are at the precipice and I don't know which one is more terrifying. Everything has changed since we last got here. No doubt Tataru is chiefly responsible for the prevailing state of tidiness. Speaking of whom, she and the great many of our comrades are en route. Let us wait for them a while longer.
Long it hath been since last we gathered here. Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only, thereafter we did largely operate independent of one another. All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
Oh, I just found another meaning for ethos. When it comes to environmental responsibility, emphasizing eco-friendly, sustainable...
Apologies for our delay.
Carbon-neutral production. Yo, when
we're reporting for duty, as bid.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route. Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with, but we're working on it.
We know we were not going to get in contact.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
I mean...
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
I mean, he was in the Evercold trailer.
As much as I'd like to savour our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments.
None of them good.
Will you apprise us of the details?
Blah 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 blah. And added blah.
The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Voidsent incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat. The problem is how to deal with it.
Both the Source and the Reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation... then what can we possibly do?
I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar. So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
Here's the thing. I don't think she had any way of knowing at the time. When Hydaelyn first became a thing, she had no way of knowing. But like he said, over the millennia, she would have slowly felt it. She would have figured it out. Let's face it, Venar ain't stupid. She is smart. She is smart, she is crafty, she is very good at what she did. So, she had to have known, but like I said, the immediate threat was Zodiark, and then after that immediate threat was the Endsinger. She didn't want to overload us with multiple problems at once. She wanted us to make sure we would survive our Endsinger encounter. She knew she wasn't going to survive afterwards, so she wanted to make sure, hey, let's get the major threat out of the way. If we survive that, good luck to you, because I got nothing left for you in the tank. So I believe I believe, and all information we have available to us at this time points that she knew, but she chose not to tell us so we could focus on the Endsinger and surviving that catastrophe. So she's choosing to trust us in this.
So she believed that we could overcome this trial as well. Or rather, that the choice was ours to make.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
More so than you know.
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
Ere I forget, Heron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
No, that's mine. and I'm worried about it. Countlet and I have remained in Corvus to monitor the situation among the Garleans and the Cavor side. Though seldom smooth sailing, in time the region settled and were able to return. I understand the Garlean community has made great strides in improving relations with other people. Hearing that, I feel renewed zeal for resolving the issue in Corvus. Then perhaps you'd like to hear more about the Garlean's accomplishments from me and the twins. It might stoke that fire even hotter. 'Tis by no means an easy decision, but as the solstice is now our paramount concern, Alze and I have opted to formally withdraw from the efforts in Gallimon. After all, anything we can do to protect our world will also serve to keep the Garleans safe. Julius and his comrades are already working towards a brighter future of their own accord. Honestly, I'm more worried about us. It's so difficult to see the path ahead. Hopefully we can get through this and return to Gallimon with our heads held high one day. Indeed. In the meantime, let us prepare a letter for Julius and the community. We mustn't let despair stay our hand. After Orion, Jay, and I went off Marano, we decided to spend some time exploring Zoltarol. We never had the chance to visit during the Rite of Succession, you see. We enjoy ease through before heading up to the coast to the frigid northern reaches where they revered a story beast of the sea. The excursion only served to reinforce just how diverse Tyrol really is. We also met with the Waqui. Though we had not the time to study their arts at length, we were privy to several intriguing demonstrations. Would that we could have indulged our curiosity further and traveled to yet more distant lands, but for better or worse, pragmatism tempered our wanderlust. Suffice to say, we still have plenty to see of the continent. I should very much like to return given the chance. Same! Judging by your guys, Clements, your studies must have been productive. Indeed, I have more or less mastered the fundamental principles of Sarlian astrology. At one point I considered exploring other healing arts, but decided to persevere with more focused training to better leverage my skills on the battlefield. I don't think I'll be much use on the battlefield these days. I can scarcely hold my bow steady, let alone hit a target so sorely bequeathed of brotherly administration as I am. I knew you still require constant supervision. You two haven't changed in the slightest. Makes me wonder how our colleagues that couldn't join us today are faring. Much better than we are, probably. Amira and I were training in Redenia when Voids had attacked the 12s, but thankfully we were able to fend them off with the help of the Twin Adders. When I heard the invasion had already spread across the star, I realized the gravity of the situation and ordered a confidential report sent to the other Scions. That's why Tultur was so quickly apprised. Thanks to you, we were able to haste for Gallimon. While circumstances and duty may keep us apart, we remain bound by common purpose. Indeed, may that purpose continue to guide us now that we stand together once again. It seems everyone has much and more to discuss with one another. Anyway, you're overdue for a proper break. The peace and quiet will help you think. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in Dawn's respite.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential. You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure. Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth. A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
That's exciting.
It was not my intent to excite. I have my own designs I would see realized, nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway. What Halmarut said to you earlier. She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost?
That's for me to know.
I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable.
See, here's the thing.
Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world. Fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals. No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
If Saturn's stars are doomed to men, how turns the key to winter's end? And we're done. We're gonna actually come back tomorrow. Yeah, I'm streaming on a Wednesday as well. To do the Alliance raid, and then we'll be done with this patch now. But I've been me, you've been you, and well, this has been an interesting development. Seems we're going to be doing what the Assassins have always wanted us to do. So, bye-bye for now.